promise I'm always where I belong. I've been extra mentally ill recently, so everyone please tell me you're not mad at me.
You're not mad.
Why are you laughing at me? Wait, actually that's what I want. This is a really confusing feeling I'm experiencing right now. It should be illegal to let me make decisions because I have ADHD, I'm bipolar, and I'm a Gemini. You want me to trust my gut? I have 17 separate guts. I'm gonna start crying. You want me to decide what's for dinner? We're all gonna stare at the ceiling until we starve to death. I don't know. My parents should have known I had a myriad of mental illnesses because when I was 11, my comfort movie was The Lovely Bones. I know cinema when I see it. Speaking of cinema, I think my best mental illness is my bipolar 2 disorder because Shrek 2 is the best in the franchise. If money doesn't buy happiness, why do I have to pay for my antidepressants? What the heck? I hate it here. Did you know the only trickle-down economy that exists is generational trauma? I'm very poor, but I do have feelings. I have the bladder of a recently deceased human body. I have no control, I'll pee right now. I am usually crying. If I'm not crying, I'm peeing. I'm like the human version of a slotted spoon. The other day, I fucked up my shoulder by closing a window, and my cholesterol is concerningly higher than my father's. So I guess you can say I'm mature for my age. I went to school for theater, which means I currently work in food service. Yeah. This is Monday, the server's Saturday. Heck yeah, these are my people. Does anyone here work for tips? My God, you all work for tips? That's so crazy. I have some advice for you. Just cry a little. It's fine. Ignore the snot bubble, and that 20% will become an uncomfortable 30%. But I'm not saying give me all your money. I'm $27,000 in debt. I went to school in Iowa, and you might be wondering, I didn't think Iowa was real. It's not. It's just a hole of corn I got sucked in for 4 years, and now I can legally do theater. I also have a philosophy minor, so I fit in here. My junior year, I was really struggling mentally. I didn't have friends. Iowa sucks. And I was just in a very vulnerable place, which is why I joined a cult. But kids call it a sorority. I think I'm the only one who wanted a suicide pact, though. They were all so happy to be alive. I have a cat. He's the greatest thing to ever happen to me. His name is Ace, short for Ace is a place with the helpful hardware. I had my first panic attack in front of him, and my panic attacks get a little yelly, they get a little punchy, they get a little throwy, all in good fun, but he hated it. He was shaking so bad, he ran under my bed, and he looked at me like his mom was gonna kill him, and I felt so awful. So now, I can never have a panic attack again. Yeah! Yeah! That's what I said. He's done more for me than my mood stabilizers. And I got him for free on Craigslist. You can get mood stabilizers for free on Craigslist, or at least you shouldn't. My old roommate had a cat. He's dead. Moment of science to Dandy Lion. Thank you. Now I'm gonna bully him. I think he was once a creepy human man because he has a look of existential dread about him that only a human being who existed in capitalism can have. Like, those eyes have clocked in and clocked out, I can tell. He would also watch me get dressed, like, two on purpose. Like I knew that he knew that I knew this was inappropriate. But then it made it, like, really weird when he needs the dough on me, because when adult male cats need the dough, it typically means they're masturbating. adult man masturbating on me without my permission. So he was so aggressive. Like he has to go to work in a little bit. I did start calling him Louis C.K., so that's his new nickname. Was anyone else raised Catholic and or is Catholicism heads in the house?
Yeah.
My favorite thing about my mom's clapping. I know you did this to me. My favorite thing about Catholicism is when you're 8 years old, they tell you to go in a closet with a man and apologize.
It's
Whatever
confession.
that's called. Apologize to the man. I don't remember. I'm not a pope.
Confession.
But confession. Yeah, we're in it together. So I was 8. I was like, Mom, what's my mortal sin? What do I apologize for? She said, apologize for being a spoiled brat. I did not ask to be the youngest sibling. This is all you're doing. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a perfect angel who's never done anything wrong ever. And that still stands today. One thing about me is I have absolutely no maternal instinct, which is why I believe the Virgin Mary was cursed. Hear me out. If I woke up one day and I was impregnated by the sky, what? I would be a wee bit peeved. What the heck? I didn't even get to do the fun part? What are you talking about? Which is why that was me in that situation. The Bible wouldn't exist. It would just be Jesus' diary of mommy issues. I just found out my body's bred because she hasn't fed me in 2 days. I needed a mental health weekend. Shut up, get a job. Speaking of getting a job, I just put my cat on the lease, which means he needs to get a job. That little freeloader. A couple of months ago, he had fleas, which was really exciting because I got a bunch of free pets. They all kept me company and hugged me at night. It was really comforting. So having no maternal instinct, I have a bunch of nieces and nephews. My siblings did that job. So every now and then I'll babysit them, which I know I shouldn't be a parent because if I had them for more than 24 hours, they would be missing a limb. But I would too. We have fun together. If they were like, Angela, I want candy for dinner. Yeah, I have Sour Patch watermelon in my backpack, and watermelon's a fruit. Salad. Oh, you want to run in the forest without shoes? Yeah, it's rude to wear shoes in houses, and forest is animals' homes. All the wild boars out there, they believe in politeness. I was at dinner with my brothers and my nephews and my dad, and my nephews were at the age where they're like people. I believe that starts at like 11. I don't know. And my dad wanted me to play this band, and my brother was like, as long as it's child appropriate. Duh, I'm not an idiot, Matthew. I can do it. Alexa, play Cocaine Jesus. Can they hear? That's crazy. Because of my lack of maternal instinct, my cat is not my fur baby. He's more like my roommate that I'm better than being alive then. I can't cook myself dinner, but I can cook his dinner, which is a scoop of kibble and a go-gurt full of chicken goop. He doesn't have thumbs. I win the competition. Like I said, I have the tiniest bladder in the world. That's passed down from my family. Every single one of my siblings have tiny, tiny bladders. I think I have the smallest because there's like sky goblins that create us, and they were hanging out with bladders and like using them as basketballs. And then they were like, oh my God, Angela needs a bladder, and threw it in there. So now I peed 4 times before this. I'm like a person who had 1,800 children. My biggest fear is giving birth. Sorry, if you've ever given birth and or are planning to give birth, you're a superhero, and I should believe you should be able to shoot 1 person a week. Not fatally, just in the leg. It won't hurt as much as birth. Angela, Angela, how do you know how bad birth hurts? Because I unconsensually watched it once. I've had a lot of unconsensual things happen in my days, but watching everything fall out of your sister is not my favorite. The nurse was like, do you guys want your sister in the room? We're both like, no, yuck. But then it started happening. Sorry, you should have told me before you told her. What are you talking about? It was the scariest thing and the most disgusting thing in the world. And yes, my reaction to the miracle of childbirth is yucky. Ick. It's crazy. I didn't even know there was that much things inside of you. When my sister was first doing skin to skin with the baby, she threw up a little because your body goes through so much. And she's like, I'm already a bad mom, I threw up on my baby. But I say, throw up more. Put all your weird liquids on it. It's gonna do so much worse to you. It's probably gonna call you a bitch when you're older. You can rub it in your goop. And by it, I mean the beautiful, beautiful child I watched happen. So my family, we all have tiny bladders, like I said. And when I was around 12, my mom's bladder fell out. Anyone lose their bladder before? Good, you guys are really good. I need to put a GPS tracker on mine, or like an air tag. So I called my mom and I was like, I'm gonna joke about your bladder falling out. My Nana was there and she was like, hers fell all the way out. What do you mean? She was walking and was like, oh shit, I dropped that, whatever. It's not really that useful to me anyway. Bye. They both have given so much birth though, so I feel like my bladder's fine. But I'll let you know in a year or so. Does anyone play Sims? My God, once again, stop yelling at me, you all play Sims. It's a game where it's a simulation game where you are a person, create a family, and do things, and build a house, have kids, murder them. The developers of the game are crazy people and have created the most fun ways for Sims to die. Like, did you know you can make their partner cheat on them in front of them and then they go to the mental hospital? That's crazy. Someone designed that. It's fun. It's a good time. See? It's all part of my agenda. But my favorite way to kill Sims is to make them have to pee really bad, and then they turn on the TV and pee their pants and get electrocuted and die. And that's 100% how I would go. Yeah, no, I think that is science. I'm pretty sure it's almost happened to every aunt in my family. I'm praying for them. What was I gonna say? You guys are really nice to me. I forgot even who I am. I don't drive a car. Cars are the worst. And now I'm an adult, so I'd have to pay for my own car. And cars are like big, expensive metal babies that explode. I don't feel like exploding or having to pay for said explosion, financially or physically. So I'm a bus/bike girly. I love the bus. One of my favorite things I've ever heard is someone said, that's why I don't want a cat. I'm afraid I'm gonna smush it. Which is why I keep mine nice and plump. I took him to the vet a little bit ago and I was told he was clinically obese. And what I just said is he's hug-sized. You're just jealous. But I'm a bus/bike girly. So my favorite thing in Eugene, where I ride bikes, is they just paint a bike on the road and they say, share. It's like the tortoise and the hare, except I'm the tortoise and the hare can smush me to death, and there's no moral of the story. One day I was riding my bike and this teenager was like, hey, buy me cigarettes. And I said, no. And then I fell off the bike. It was a witch. Moral of the story, always buy cigarettes for teenagers. You never know if they're gonna be a witch and kick you off your bike. This is a part of the set where I roast my toes. 1, all of my toes sound like pop rocks when I walk. That's not normal. 2, when I spread my toes out like this, I don't taste my toes. I'm normal. I promise. But I'm flexible. I could do it. I won't show you. When I spread my toes like this, it's shaped like a cartoon spooky forest. Specifically from Dora, the online computer game. Go play it. Oh wait, Flash is dead. Whatever. I just went through a whole roller coaster up here again. Speaking of roller coasters, all I do is watch Parks and Recreation and YouTube videos about roller coasters. Yes. Yes. Do you also indulge in the roller coasters? Oh, Parks and Rec. That's the more normal one. I forgot. Oops. I can tell you the importance of local government, but I can also tell you the top 10 roller coasters named Goliath. Number 3 is the one I grew up riding. It's really exciting. I didn't tell you the last toe roast. That's the most important. All of my toes are shaped like Riff Raff from Rocky Horror Picture Show. And if you don't know that, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Igor from Young Frankenstein is my reference. Is anyone a musical theater person? You all look very musical theater-like. Well, the only reason I know the word myriad is because of Heathers the musical. 10 out of 10, you should watch it. I don't read books, I just learn by singing songs. Did you know that hypothermia makes you hot right before it kills you just to prove that being hot is the worst? That's science. I'm a scientist. So I like to go to freaky bars and watch weird regulars. It's like going to the zoo, except for the cages are made out of alcoholism. I think PBR tastes like if bread was Sprite. And Blue Moon is just mean orange juice. Yum, I love angry beverages. My brain likes to do this beautiful, beautiful thing to me called intrusive thoughts. Are we intrusive thoughts heads in here? Who thinks about jumping off cliffs? Yeah, don't do it unless you have a parachute. But not base jumping, that's very dangerous. So the other day, and by the other day, I mean like 3 years ago, I was in a place where people are, and there was this little kid running around. And my brain was like, pick it up. Take it, go! No one's gonna catch you. It looks pretty light. You could use the arm exercise. But then I was like, oh my god, I'm not ready to be a single mother. My apartment is the size of the stage. I didn't think about the stage thing because I wasn't here, but I just realized it. My apartment barely fits me and my obese cat. I am not ready to be a single mother. So, Angela 1, intrusive thought 0. I did not kidnap a child. Heck yeah. I'm gonna start selling my dandruff to middle schoolers and tell them it's cocaine. Keeping the kids off drugs and paying my student debt. I don't have dandruff, I'm just really festive for the holiday season. So I recently found out about bikini baristas. Do we know what those are? Yeah. That's the only situation I would ever want a gun. I'm sorry, if I'm in a shed where men are coming to see my boobs, that sounds so kidnappy. They need to know I can shoot them in the head. But I can also shoot myself in the head and change the trajectory of their life forever. I'm not here for a long time physically, but I do want to be thought about every single day. I think I'm addicted to hot chocolate. I could actually snort Swiss Miss powder. Put the marshmallows and it gives you an extra kick. Yum, yum, yum. I look a lot like my mom, so people often wonder, oh, what do you get from your dad? And that's a fat ass and a pill addiction. My mom always said try everything once, but apparently that doesn't apply to cocaine. She wasn't very clear on the rules.
Roller coaster.
Well, I've been Angela Lewis. Thank you so much. This was so fun. You're all so beautiful, perfect.
Once again for Angela Lewis, everybody. I feel like there's some foot picks in her life somewhere, just a guess. I will say, however, this kid right here, you're the best audience member of the day so far, homie. I mean, your hands going up there, clapping like crazy. He's the bar, everybody. That's where you need to be today. So well done. Thank you for coming up and joining the front row. We also have some seats behind you if anyone wants to get a little bit closer, because the headliner's about to come out. But first, a little bit of stage notes that. A few stage notes that I mentioned before. Also, I walked up here like an idiot and didn't even introduce myself, so that's, a small detail. My name is Icky, I'm from 103.7 KNRQ. I'm also the official MC for all the Oregon Duck games, so you'll see me out there as well. But tonight, I'm just happy to be here and introduce some comedy. But we also have some thank yous. One, Cameron and Doug from KNDD is right here. Doug's right now at the bar, so put your hand up there, let's make some noise for him. The fact that you are all here with a sold-out crowd, with such short notice on a Monday night when the sun's out, we're just so blessed you're all here. So thank you so much. We appreciate your enthusiasm for comedy. We also want to thank Cottage Grove Inn for putting up Rodney tonight and making sure he can come here and enjoy himself. There is going to be an autograph session afterwards, and Rodney's very funny. You're going to want this autograph. The posters are out there right now, and they were printed. But if I can find it, the best little print house, they did it on short notice. They did it well, and you're going to want these autographs. So are we ready to bring Rodney up on stage and have some fun tonight? Before he comes out, one more time, a big thank you to the wait staff here today at Accident Fiddle who are taking care of all of us. Please do the same and take care of them when you decide to close things out. So let's make some noise for our headliner tonight. Please put your hands together for Rodney Norman.
Well, thank you. This is it. This is why it's $10. No, this is exciting. It was a Saturday afternoon. I got a phone call saying, "Hey, we heard you're in town." I said, "Yeah, I'm leaving." And she said, "Well, we get you to do a show, Cottage Grove?" And I said, "Where's that?" And she was trying to sell me on. I said, "Well, I have one requirement. I'll only do it if there's a bookstore nearby." So no, this is fantastic. I love Oregon. You guys, this is a great state, man. You guys have the coolest thing. This surprised me, but you guys have the best excuse to get out of everything. Now, hear me out, because all you people have to do is somebody says, "Hey, you're going to come to our thing this weekend?" All you have to say is, "We're going to the coast." All's forgiven, no matter what it is. Say, "Hey,